welcome back. I feel like I'm working with Satan. Yeah, we're topping off the show. No, she's over here. Louise Lennox. With a spoonful of sugar, shall we say. Remind us again what you're making.
Well, I've teamed up once again with the lovely Dr. Oetker to bring you an Easter recipe. So this is Easter cheesecake. And the great thing about an Easter egg cheesecake is you don't need a tin. So I have got Easter eggs here, and you just get your Easter egg and you get a hot knife, dry it, and then serrate down. They cut around it. Okay. So it's actually best if this is at room temperature, not out of the fridge where a lot of people put Easter eggs, because it's more of a chance it's going to split on you. It still tastes good, but you'll kind of ruin the look. So it's great. So you don't need fancy tins or anything. And you can have this for your dessert. So first thing, you need some biscuits. You can put this in a little food processor and blitz it up. Or if you want to get the kids involved, you can put it in a freezer bag and bash it.
Lovely.
My son actually did this before and he's stood on it because I was like, oh, let's get the rolling pin. It was making loads of noise. He goes, oh, we can just stand on it. So he stood on it. It was double bagged. So it was like, yeah, so there was no mud in that. But everyone's creative, each their own. So just melted butter goes in there. Now, the recipe just has melted butter, but I always say if it is whatever you have at home, but if you have unsalted butter, if you ain't baking these, it does taste a little bit better.
With unsalted butter?
Yeah, if you're not baking
because especially in digestives, they do have kind of a saltiness to them.
Yeah, they do. But like some people go to make this, they're like, oh my God, I don't have unsalted butter at home. I can't make it. You absolutely can. Okay. So it's not specified, but if you are going to go to shops,
you get a block of it for €1 somewhere.
Yeah. Where do you shop? Not anymore. You can't. Have you not?
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go into it.
I was going to say, don't go into the cost of living. This is our light relief at the end of the show. Come on.
That goes into a fridge for around 30 minutes or stick it in the freezer for like 10 minutes. Just want to let that harden the biscuit base. Now, this is so simple. In here is some cream cheese. And then I'm putting in icing sugar, if it wants to go in. And then some double cream. You don't need to whip this. And then vanilla extract, vanilla bean extract. I get asked all the time the difference between this and essence. Essence is a fake vanilla flavour. Extract is the real thing. Okay. So if you can, always buy extract. It tastes much better. And I'm going to stand
like
away.
Your perfume in your toilet water, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
your eau de perfume and your, what's the other?
Vanilla.
Eau de toilette, yeah.
I like it in my suntan lotion.
Lovely, yeah.
Very nice. So you can use a hand mixer, as I am, or you can just do it by hand and just give it a good whack around like that, mix around, and it's done.
Tell me, would that be nice, say, on top of carrot cake as an icing?
That would be delicious on top of carrot cake. But if I was putting on top of carrot cake, I wouldn't put the regular cream into it, because most people don't keep. If you're keeping it in the fridge, yes. If you're going to use it on a cake and you're going to have it out, I'd actually put unsalted butter into that and let it like whip at room temperature. You've got like that kind of cream cheese frosting.
Very nice.
So my secret ingredient to make this really chocolate is the Dr. Oetker milk chocolate. Now this is 35% chocolate, solid cocoa content in it, and it's got cocoa butter. So you see the way that melts really nice. You can melt this in a bowl over just like warm water or in a microwave, but just don't overheat it. So always stir it as you're melting it, and don't have the bowl that's like floating in the water, because if water goes into chocolate, it makes chocolate really thick and you won't be able to use it. So just pour that in.
What's the name for that again when you heat something over water in a bowl?
Bain-marie.
That's the one.
Yeah, bring me back to my chef days when I worked in kitchens. A bain-marie, yeah, just fancy French word for pot over water. So then,
sounds great.
It sounds great, doesn't it? Anything in French sounds wonderful. Like escargot, you know? Like if I said to my son, he'd kind of go, okay, I might go with that. If I was like, you're going to eat snails, he'd like,
see, my son would prefer to eat snails than an escargot. That would be the draw.
Well, you never know with kids. They always show you up and you don't think they're going to as well. So that just gets mixed in, and it's really simply just spoon that in. Now, if you like a little bit of texture in it, because we're all going to have loads of Easter eggs left over, you could actually crunch up some of the mini eggs and put it through. You could actually put some of these sprinkles crunched up, put it through. Or what you can also do is put some melted chocolate, and then when it sets, you'll have those little chocolate layers. So there's lots of decorating. And then just because we can, I'm putting this into a piping bag, and you can pipe this topping then on top just to be a bit fancy. Now, Martin, how are you feeling at the moment? Because there's a lot of chocolate, and
there's a lot of chocolate around. It looks amazing.
Wasn't that gorgeous?
It smells like it does smell great, doesn't it, Karen?
The willpower's starting to go.
I wouldn't have been able to go the whole length, I don't think.
I gave up chocolate one year religiously, and I was working in restaurants at the time. And the one thing that I absolutely
Can I try,
love
Louise?
in
Can I
life-
try on mine?
Oh yeah, here, let me fill it up for you, Karen. And the one thing I do love is ice cream, and it was not being able to eat the ice cream that absolutely killed me.
Can't have.
And I've got great willpower, so I never gave it up again because I knew I wouldn't break it, and I didn't want to give it up again. So more respect to you.
Wow.
There you
Now
go.
don't lick your fingers, Martin. Don't.
I won't. Don't worry. It's only a couple more days. Can I ask you, where did you get the recipe from?
This recipe.
Yeah.
This Dr. Oetker's recipe.
Okay, fair enough.
With myself and Dr. Oetker, we developed these together, you see.
Oh, okay.
So, but see this here now, Martin, what I've done here is I've just drizzled some milk chocolate over it. Well, a lot of milk chocolate, because this is going to tease you. And then to make this look super cute, I'm just going to put on some sprinkles. And then just to really tease you, I'm going to put on some delicious eggs. How many eggs we put on, Karen? What do you think for Martin? Just to, for his breakfast.
What age are you,
on Sunday
Martin?
morning?
We put on.
I don't think the eggshell would
State
survive.
secret.
It would probably crack with all of this in between. Now, it's very important when you're making these, you have to do quality control. So anything that is a dud egg, you have to eat.
Fair
This chocolate's so good. Karen, have you eaten any chocolate over there? You're doing a great job with the decorating. Look at
Some
that
of my
piping
peaks aren't
work.
great. I know, I'm freestyling now.
Well, you see now, it is quite warm here in studio, so if it was a little bit cooler.
Under the lights,
tell you,
they
Karen,
wouldn't be
no
collapsing.
disrespect, but I'm actually thinking of me dog first thing in the morning when I let him
Would
out
you go
the
way
back
out of
garden.
that? Now, it's a lot prettier than what my dog outputs first thing in the morning.
This is a decorated. Come back to the eggs, and that can be made in advance. So if you wanted to make that the day before, absolutely, it actually is fine 2 days for it. But really important. When you make this, a lot of people make this mistake. They'll put it in the fridge and they don't cover it. You have to put cling film over. So if you're going to pipe it maybe the next day with the filling that's left over from it, because you get that fridgy taste. And you don't taste it, it tastes fridge, but it's like an aftertaste and it's awful.
I know.
So cling film over that. And Martin, I'm going to let you smell that. If you want the recipe for this, you can go onto Dr. Oetker Baking Ireland's Facebook page and their Instagram page as well. And I can tell. Here's
It'll be worth the wait. You're going to have a great Sunday.
It's going to be worth the
Sunday.
wait.
A couple of comments in. We were talking to Ciara King about her TV recommendations and the Kardashians. No more keeping up with, just the Kardashians. Landed on Disney Plus today. Neve says, not to be dramatic, but I've actually felt like there's been something missing in my life since Keeping Up with the Kardashians ended. I'm getting stuck into their new series over the long weekend. Yeah, perfect for the bank holiday.
I don't have them here on mine.
Oh, do you not?
No.
Clara in Cork said, we have Vanessa Feltz on as well. TV royalty, I loved her. Clara in Cork says, I love how Vanessa speaks about Cork and Ireland. I've had the pleasure of bumping into her a few times when she's been over, and she's always been so lovely. Yeah, Ballycotton, they bought a house, herself and her
Loved
partner.
it. Actually, do you know what?
Years ago.
Maybe it's because of all the chocolate that's around me. Tato, open the bag, get a bar of chocolate, break it up, throw it inside, and have the two together.
Blissed out. That's your Easter Sunday. That's
Telling you. Don't mock it till you try it. We're out of time for tonight. Huge thanks to all of our guests. Vanessa Feltz, also to Emily Taft, to Ciara King for sorting out the telly for us, and to Louise for the dessert.
Delicious. Join us back here next Tuesday when actor Ryan Andrews tells us about his trip to Everest Base Camp.
Okay, have a brilliant bank